Hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Friday. Woohoo! Funny Friday, finally. Ooh, there's YouTube. Woohoo! It's Friday. Thank goodness. I have been waiting for Friday all week. Woohoo! Woohoo! So thanks for checking in. Great to see you. So how is everybody doing? Let me say hello to everybody before I start. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Ian G. Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and The Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Blair Cooper and Brett and Terry Sue and N1 QOV and Joe Barney and G. Dahlman and Cosmic Joe and Max and Brett and Sam and St. Clinton and Terry Sue and Blair Cooper and Wing Doggy and Boone Swede. I think I got everybody. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. Hello! So I just said, how's everybody doing? And Allura says, terrible. I was in the ER. What happened, Allura? What happened? Why were you in the ER? What? You had Allura was taken to the ER to have her tonsils out. Wow. Well, yeah, usually if you're going to have your tonsils out, it usually happens when you're a little kid. So I'm surprised. Allura said she didn't feel well and she went to the ER. It turns out it was her tonsils. I've never heard of anybody at 64 getting their tonsils out. Do they still give you ice cream, Allura? Well, so they took your doctor, oh, wait, they didn't take them out yet? They just told you that's what you need? Oh, so you have to wait for approval. Well, it must not be an emergency if they didn't take them out. But you'll probably feel better once they do. Well, there's people, tonsils and the appendix are two things. There are two spare extra removable organs that frequently people have to have removed at some point in the body because they become inflamed, infected, and at some points researchers have said, oh, we don't really need them, they're unnecessary, and now later on some researchers said, well, maybe we do use them but not as much, and they found that they actually do play a part, but not a like real dire part because we can get rid of them, but they're kind of like leftover organs, I guess. But yeah, and the tonsils may play a part in removing toxins and stuff from your body, but sometimes they become inflamed. But yeah, so I hope that works out. And you're scared. What are you scared of, Allura? She says she feels bad and she's scared. You don't know? Wait, how can you be scared if you don't know what you're scared about? Laura says she's scared and she doesn't know why. You're scared of the medicine? Why are you scared of the medicine? You're taking antibiotics. Why would the medicine scare you? And being on a liquid diet? Well, why does a liquid diet scare you? That's just so that your throat has an easier time swallowing, so it doesn't get scratched up. It can, oh, well, that's true. Sometimes if you take too much vitamins or sometimes medication can make you throw up or it can upset your stomach and give you diarrhea. But that's nothing to be scared about. It might not happen, and even if it does, it's not that scary. It's just kind of annoying and unpleasant, but probably not scary. Well, with usually medication, if it's going to make your stomach upset, Linda, they usually tell you to take it with food. So maybe you can have some soup or something and take it with soup, and then it shouldn't upset your stomach. So yeah, you'll be fine, Allura. You'll be fine. There's nothing to be scared of. You'll be just fine. Linda says she can't think straight. Well, how is that different from any other day? No, all that's happened, Allura, for tonsillitis, all that's happened is that you have an infection. The tonsils are like two little nodules on the side of your throat, and they can become inflamed. They get infected, so they're swollen, and they're like, if you get it, you know how if you get a hangnail and your whole finger feels like it's throbbing. This is a huge. Well, you know how you get a hangnail and you get like a little piece of your fingernail infected, and your finger feels like it's huge. Your finger, even you can look at it, it's red and it's a little swollen, but it feels like it's this big. That's what's happening to your tonsils right now. They are bigger than they should be, and they are infected, but they're going to feel like your finger even bigger because they're going whoof, whoof, whoof. But like like the fingernail, it's not really as big or as bad as it feels. And once they take them out, you're going to feel fine. They're just like that fingernail. So, and you're not scared of the fingernail because you can see it. It's just like you can't see it in your throat, so it feels scarier. She had an MRI and a CAT scan. Awesome! Well, they will get you a doctor's appointment, Allura. And the thing to know that the reason to know that there's nothing to be scared of, if it was an emergency, they would see you right away. But basically, this is like, yeah, infected tonsils. It's like a sore throat on steroids. It is like you've got a sore throat on steroids. So it's uncomfortable and unpleasant, but you're going to be just fine, totally fine. Though you'll feel much better when they're not infected or gone. But they're right here in your throat, and usually the doctors can actually see them. It's hard to see it yourself, but a doctor with the light can look in your throat and see them. So they don't even usually. I'm not sure if they even have to knock you out to get them out. It's just getting your tonsils out is just a little more complicated than going to the dentist. So it's Sam says, is this the call-in doctor show? Yeah. So you're going to be fine. There's nothing to be scared of. It's just annoying and uncomfortable. Linda says it's not funny, though. It'll be a lot funnier when it's done. Then you'll be like, yeah. Because it's like the same way your finger hurts and it's throbbing when it's a little fingernail is inflamed. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. But you'll feel much better. Yeah, you'll be just fine. Yeah. And today is actually supposed to be Funny Friday, so yeah. So Linda's sore throat, her tonsillitis, or her need for a tonsillitis. It's not funny, but hey, it happens. Yes. David Jones thinks it's funny that a certifiable crazy woman is giving medical advice. I happen to know a lot about medical stuff because I read a lot because I'm a hypochondriac. So I know. Well, Wing Doggy, you have a wonderful time with Red, and we will see you on Monday. Woohoo! Questions. Sam says he has medical questions. Excellent. Excellent, Sam. I'm sure to be able to give you excellent medical advice. Yes. In fact, for your condition, Sam, I think we're going to have to amputate. I don't see any other options, Sam. I'm sorry. Sam hasn't even asked a question yet, but I've already got the solution. Amputation. Ah! That's not what you want to hear from your proctologist. Let me tell you. Hey, what? So how's everybody doing? So, Linda, you're going to feel much better. In fact, Linda, those yucky antibiotics should make you start feeling better in a day or two. Take them with some soup. The liquid diet is so that you don't have to chew because your throat is very sore. So have some soup and or some tea, but take the antibiotics. You'll start to feel better in a day or two. Hi, Blair Cooper. Thank you for checking in. So does anyone have any jokes for Funny Friday? I hope you have some jokes. Oh, and for anyone who was following the news story, there was a little kid in Japan whose parents probably made a really, really bad call. He's 7, and he was misbehaving, so his parents decided to give him a really big, scary timeout. They were in the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and they said, all right, you're so bad, we're going to leave you here in the woods as a punishment. And they were only leaving him for a couple minutes. They thought they would, drive around the block or something and come back and get him, and he'd be really scared and never be bad again. So that was their logic. And probably now in hindsight, they're realizing that was a really bad decision. Because so they drop him leave him in the woods, in a place where there's supposed to be a lot of bears and wild animals or stuff. So they're hoping he'll be so scared he'll never misbehave again. So anyhow, so they drop him off. They go around the block. They come back 5 minutes later. He's gone. He's gone. Can't find him. So the 7-year-old has panicked and started running or something. He's gone, as a 7-year-old might be expected to do when lost, abandoned in the middle of the woods, and not sure if his parents are ever going to come back. So he starts running. The parents try to look for him. They can't find him. After a few hours, they have to call the police. And then they're really scared and worried and very embarrassed because they call the police and nobody can find him. So it's almost a week. They've got a huge national search party. His parents are publicly and nationally shamed in Japan for their bad parenting choices. 7-year-old is missing for almost a week. People don't know if he's dead or alive. They've got like 200 people searching for him, the army, the news, all over. He is finally found today after a week. The kid got disoriented. He walked for a really long ways, like through over mountains. Finally, he found some sort of like military base, I guess, some sort of like building that wasn't used very often. So he hid there, and he was able to get some water outside, and he found like this abandoned military building, and he was just sitting there waiting for, I guess, for a few days until somebody actually went there and found him. So he's found, he's safe, he's okay. The parents are humiliated, nationally humiliated. It's a bad parenting choice. Yeah, so, but the good news is they found the little boy and he's okay. Now, the bad news is maybe they should send the parents the bill for having 150 people and police and emergency services, helicopters, and having everybody search for their child for a week. I'm sure that... All right. Oh, David Jones has the first joke of the day. Wait. So, Sam says, Lorielle's motto is, anything worth taking seriously is worth making fun of. Yeah, that's true. So, okay, David Jones says, a guy goes to his doctor's office for a cold, and the doctor, looking very harried, comes into the room and gives him a quick but thorough examination. The doctor tells him, sorry, but it's a madhouse around here with all the swine flu cases and all, and I'm just going to write you a prescription for... And the doctor goes to pull out a pen from his lab coat, only to discover that his pen is gone, and instead there's a rectal thermometer. And he goes, oh, no, great. Now some asshole has my pen! Oh. Oh, no! Oh, no! You really shouldn't keep a rectal thermometer in your pocket. No! I knew something smelled funny. It's been a bad day. So, woohoo! Thank you for the first joke of the day. It's Funny Friday, a regular feature of Live with Lorielle New, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend and also solve your medical problems. Dr. New is in the house. I'm sorry, we're going to have to amputate. Yes, Allura is going to get her tonsils amputated. Good thing she doesn't need them. David Jones has another joke for us. A guy goes to his doctor's office for an ear infection. The loud first sergeant type nurse shuffles him into a cubicle and tells him to take off all of his clothes and put on the stupid paper examination gown. Sitting there freezing, he starts grousing out loud about having to sit there naked for a stupid ear infection. When he hears a voice over the loud... and a voice from over the top of the wall saying, hey, don't feel bad. I just came here to fix the telephones. Ah! Then why am I naked? Yes. That's a good chance that you're being molested or taken advantage of from your doctor. If you've come in for an ear infection or telephone service and they still tell you to get naked. Somebody's messing with you. Will not trust that doctor. You know, Allura, that there sometimes people that are going to regions of the world where it's hard to get doctor service, like say you're going on like some sort of like you're going on some sort of like medical mission, or you're going to be in some like remote part of the world like Alaska or Africa or someplace where you won't be able to get to the doctor easily. A lot of times, people that are going on like a research thing and doing some sort of study in these kinds of places, before they leave, they're required to get like tonsils removed, or a lot of times appendicitis. They have to have their appendix removed, even if they have no trouble with their appendix, because it's better safe than sorry. Take it out. That way, you are not going to die of an appendix attack. So you're going to be just fine. You have a hangnail of the throat. That's what. Oh, Sam's got a joke for us too. Sam says, "Doctor, I'm sorry, but you suffer from a terminal illness and only have 10 to live." What do you mean 10 to live? Months or weeks? The doctor says 9. What? 9 what? Police officer pulls over a man and says, "Can you identify yourself, sir?" And the driver looks in the mirror and says, "Yes, it's me." Okay. Sam says, "How do you tell the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer?" "Well, it's just a matter of taste." But Sam says, "Well, it's 105 degrees here, and I'm going to bed." Oh, that's not a joke. I'm sorry. I was like waiting for the punchline. It's very hot in Pennsylvania. Sam is signing off. Bye, Sam. Thank you for checking in. David Jones has another joke for us. A guy is in the waiting room of the hospital when the doctor walks out and says, "I'm sorry, sir, but your wife just doesn't look so good." And the man replies, "I know, doc, but she's a great cook. She makes a lot of money, and she's excellent in bed." I mean, wait. Oh, that was St. Clinton. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing the whole screen there. St. Clinton, hello. Thank you for checking in. That last joke was from St. Clinton. St. Clinton is signing off. It's 105 degrees. Of course, that makes more sense. It's in Vegas. No, my screen is like out of thing, so I was only seeing half of the YouTube thing there. Hi, St. Clinton. So, all right. I got that wrong. Blair Cooper says, "Do you know what a 72 is?" A 72 is a 69 with 3 people watching. Wah, wah. All right, this adds to the pile of sayings which never really took hold. Hey, you want to do a 72? No, but how about a 71 or 70? Just never caught on. Oh, we got another one, another joke here. Hang on, there's a long one here. All right, I gotta move this. Hang on, this screen is not moving here. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Oh, we got a long one here. David Jones says, a woman brought a very limp duck into a veterinarian's office. She lays her pet on the table. The vet pulls out the stethoscopes and listens to the bird's chest. After a moment or two, the vet shakes his head and suddenly says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but your duck Cuddles has passed away. The distressed woman wails, are you sure? Are you sure? The doctor says, yes, I'm sure. Your duck is dead. And she says, how can you be so sure? She says, I mean, you haven't done any testing on him or anything. He might just be in a coma or something. The vet rolls his eyes, turns around, and leaves the room. He returns a few minutes later with a black Labrador retriever. As the duck's owner looks in amazement, the dog stands on his hind legs, puts his front paws on the examination table, and sniffs the duck from top to bottom. He looks up at the vet with sad eyes and shakes his head. The vet pats the dog on the head and takes it out of the room. A few minutes later, he returns with a cat. The cat jumps on the table and also sniffs the bird from head to toe. The cat looks at the vet, meows softly, and strolls out of the room. The vet looks at the woman and says, I'm sorry to say, but this is most definitely 100% certified dead duck. The vet turns on his computer terminal, hits a few keys, and produces a bill, for which he gives to the woman. The woman is in shock, and she says, $150 just to tell me that my duck is dead? The vet shrugs and says, I'm sorry, if you had taken my word, the bill would have been $20, but with the lab report and the CAT scan, it's now $150. Ah! The lab report and the CAT scan! Wait, that's a funny CAT scan. Sam says, a husband and his wife are at the table having dinner, and the woman drops a bit of tomato sauce on her lap. And says, oh, look, I am just... The woman says, oh, look at me, I'm such a pig. The man nods and says, and you dropped some tomato sauce on your skirt, too. Ha, ha, ha. Where's the love? Where's the love? Where's the joke where the husband says, my wife is awesome. My wife is hot and beautiful. I like the CAT scan. Oh my goodness, it's already 5:51. How did that happen? Sam says, love and happiness is not funny. Only misery. Only misery is funny. Oh! Well, there you go. So, yeah, so thank you for joining me to laugh at somebody else's misery. Oh, and that means, and if that's the case, then that means that Allura's tonsillitis is funny because she's miserable. So, oh, Allura's like, wait, it's really not that funny. Well, all right, so I am just about to sign off, but I hope you all have a good weekend. Allura, I hope the antibiotics start to kick in and you feel a little better between now and while you're waiting for your doctor's referral notice to get your tonsillitis. All right, so let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Stir the Sky and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip, Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and The Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Azure Yusuf and The Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Blair Cooper and Brett and Terry Sue and Sam and St. Clinton and Max and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and Cosmic Joe and Wing Doggy and Jay Dahlman and Max and N1QOV and Blair Cooper and Terry Sue and Brett and St. Clinton and Wing Doggy. All right. So, yes. Thank you for checking in. Kisses to everybody. I'll see you guys on Monday for some motivation or mocking. Yeah. Motivational mocking on Monday. Bye. I love you all. Bye. I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend.